Yeah. From Kentucky to the world, it's the season of the scale. Creole butterfly, spread them wings, girl. Yeah. Yeah. Born to shine, Libra balance in her soul. Creole roots deep, got that heart of gold. Butterfly in motion, grace when she fly. Every room she step in, the stars multiply. Dr.Creole, wisdom with the style. That Kentucky vibe, make the world smile. Energy, crown sitting high. Royal Libra season, can't nobody deny. Creole butterfly, Libra queen tonight. Glowing like the moon in that southern light. From Kentucky fields to the city dream. She the vibe, she the balance, she the queen supreme. Smooth with the talk, yeah, she calm the storm. Butterfly wings, transformation form. She lifting up hearts with the words she say. A Libra queen guiding us all the way. Hey, Kentucky pride, rhythm in her veins. Creole fire running through her name. She walk by, the whole crowd sing. Long little queen, let the bell of love ring. Yeah, butterfly, don't you slow it down. Dr.Creole in the royal crown. Balance in the spirit, love in her hand. Libra queen, ruler of the land. Creole butterfly, Libra queen tonight. Glowing like the moon in that southern light. From Kentucky fields to the city dream. She the vibe, she the balance, she the queen supreme. Yeah. So spread your wings, let your soul be free. Yeah. Dr.Creole butterfly. Eternally. Libra queen. Forever strong. Kentucky vibe. Where you belong.
Give me a minute, I'm gonna go ahead and run it.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on.
From Kentucky to the world.
I'm fixing my computer.
It's go time. Dr.Creole, Libra butterfly in the building, y'all. Welcome to the egg roll challenge. Yeah. Judges on deck, JB and the D-Ham show through that. Let's get that flavor poppin', let's go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sizzle in the kitchen, got that vibe so right. We rollin' egg rolls from the morning to the night. Butterfly wings bring the spice in the soul. Dr.Creole in command, she's in control. Everybody stepping up, showing all that skill. Golden on the outside, flavor that kills. Judges lean in, they know what's real. One bite, that's love you can feel. Roll it up, roll it up. Roll it tight, aero magic, we taking flight, Libra butterfly, got that light, Creole love with that southern bite. Baby in the zone, taste buzzly, damn show 3 more, can't quit. Roll it up, yeah we cooking live, aero challenge, that flavor vibe. Sauce on the side, that drip too clean, crunch when it hit, that's a foodie dream. Shrimp, beef, veggie, sweet or hot. Everybody think they got the best shot. Dr.Creole smile, she know who bringin' heat. Libra butterfly style, you can't compete. It's more than food, it's a celebration. Love in the kitchen, so vibrate. Roll it up, roll it right. Flip it once, now seal it tight. In a fry, watch it shine. Golden brown, now it's taste test time. Judges take a bite, whoa that crunch. Whole room vibing, why they mine? Flavor so bold, the crowd go wild. Aero challenge got that style. Roll it up, roll it tight. Aero magic, we taking flight. JB and D-Ham 3 know we live. Libra butterfly, that hosting vibe. Creole spice, we feel that flame. Aero challenge, remember the name. Roll it up, yeah we cooking live. From the
3-1, down to the butterfly vibe.
Yes, good morning. Hey, everybody. This is your girl, Creole Butterfly, Libra Butterfly, Coco 929, coming to you from great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast, and the horses are beautiful and the women are fast. It just really depends on what you like. I want to say happy birthday, happy quinceañera, happy bar mitzvah to Lottie Dottie and every darn body. Happy anniversary under the sound of my voice, okay? You know I'm the Oprah, the what? The smooch is some mwah. You get a smooch, you get a smooch. Everybody gets a smooch, okay? Hey, just read my book, Smooches Boo. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay. All right. I just left Pastor House. Okay. To all my other subbies that have no idea who I'm talking about, that will be listening to this later on today, it's the person over in the beefing sector. Okay. Yeah, it's a mess going on. And in Room Shakers words, people are running amok on this apparatus, okay? I mean, it started last night and it don't seem like it's going to stop no time soon. And all my electronic devices is acting like they all want to quit at the same time. From my desktop computer, I've just had to restart that 4 times, to my laptop not allowing me to get on pastor's panel, to my cell phone being plugged up in a brand new charger, okay, for the last 40 minutes, and it's just not on 20%. So as you see, all of my electronic devices has got a demon in them, and we rebuke all the demons in Jesus' name. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, now it's on 23%. It's going, I guess. It's going. Look, I ain't got time to be replacing all these electronic devices. 2 computers and a cell phone. Use a lie, Craig, and I can't even get on StreamYard on my phone. That's what's weird. I be sitting there about it like, I'm on StreamYard on my phone. I'm like, hey, I'll sway. Because it don't let me get on StreamYard on my phone. It tells me no. Like, I can pull StreamYard up, but I can't get no video. Like, you wouldn't be able to talk to me, see me, nothing. So I don't know what that's about. I ain't even thought about going to my carrier and asking them about all that. Lord, just give me my phone calls and my text messages, boo, and we'll be cool. But like I said, it's on 23% now, y'all. It's been plugged up for 45 minutes. What does that say to y'all? That I'm gonna have to give me another phone? Absolutely. Absolutely. Anywho, moving forward, let's talk about StreamYard. StreamYard has been the vein of my existence, okay? Before they start trying to add all this stuff to StreamYard, it kind of worked. You know, it was pretty decent. Now they trying to add all this stuff. Every time you log on to StreamYard, there's a bunch of crap that they done added. How do you add stuff and you ain't worked out the first bugs? Okay, like you drop people. People have to log out and log back on in a live video that they're doing. It's like crazy. It's just real crazy right now. But they keep adding and adding and adding. They used to have live chat where if something went wrong, you can go over and you can ask to speak to a live chat person and they'll work you out. Now you can't even do that. You go over and now there ain't no live chats. No matter what you do, you can't speak to nobody live at all. They'll email you. They'll say they'll get you. It's got this form that populates, and you fill it out on the computer, and they'll say we'll be in touch, and that's how they work with it. And y'all want to know why I got my money back? If I pay for something, I want what I pay for. I want it to work like it's supposed to. I ain't asking you for nothing above what I'm entitled to. I dang sure don't want nothing below what I'm. Money's too hard to come by. It is for me. I don't know about anybody else, but money's too hard to come by for me to keep on having to deal with a whole bunch of stuff and a whole bunch of fool la la. Shout out to that content creator. That is not my fault, you know. And I think this computer, my laptop, I mean my desktop computer, I think it's just done said ninja bye. I'm over it. I ain't doing it no more because it keep well. And AT&T is coming out today too because I want to make sure it is not my internet. I want to make sure it's not, my Wi-Fi, whatever that's going bonkers because I've been having too many problems. So I'm calling everybody. Everybody. You heard me? Let me see what you said. Lord. Didn't want you up. Okay. Right. But child, let me tell you. That boy was up there again. That drunk boy. I was so sick of hearing him talk. Cause I left and came back because somebody else was up there that I ain't like. So I left and came back, and that person was quiet. But then the drunk boy was over there, and I'm like, well, let me try to go up and see if I can't. Cause that's all that drunk person want to talk about is the boy he was screwing and how I ain't going to court and that mother ucker and then my mama told me to stop cause that man was a demon. And I mean, I'm sitting here like, okay, are we really going back through? We went through 6 months of T. I ain't gonna say his name because he's like Beetlejuice. I mean, he's like what's that man? Candyman. He'll pop up. We went through 6 months of T and C from the doo-doo towel and all of that. We went through 6 months of that. I ain't willing to go through another hour of that. I'm so serious. People they tired of hearing about Mr. Squeeze. I'd rather hear about Mr. Squeeze, aka Lemon, than them two. Okay, it was just ridiculous. You know. See, and what is going on? Hold on, let me try to do it from here. Like, this is really not allowing my stuff to come up, and I'm not understanding what's going on. But anyway, so I'm like, Lord, because I do everything on my laptop because it's big enough and all of this and stuff. It keeps restarting. Like, I keep restarting it, but I don't even hear the motor running. So it could be an issue. And the light's still on, but like it just cut off again and it's trying to, but it makes a noise when it's coming up. It go beep, 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 like it ain't made no noise. So I don't know what's going on with this computer. It might be old. It might be time to, oh Lord. Any chew, moving on. All right, but StreamYard got me messed up. Okay, that's why I came over here to talk about that. They got me messed up, and I'm not the only one that feels like it. I'm just the one that's gonna talk about it real quick. Um, and so I don't know what's going on with YouTube too. So I ain't even gonna worry about YouTube. I told you I gave YouTube a deadline. If I don't have some memberships by that deadline, I'm gonna take my memberships to Patreon. I got too much information and stuff to talk about, and I want this to be exclusive for my members, not for everybody. Cause see, I got a whole lot of people that listen to me that ain't even bothered to sub. It don't cost you nothing. It's for the free 99. Okay. It don't cost you nothing to sub to nobody. It don't mean you like everything they say, but they do give you quality content. And I know I give quality content over here. Quality content over here. I know I do. And if people think it's toot my own horn, then toot. Okay. So yeah, I don't want to keep giving everything that I know. And right now I'm going over what I've already talked about in different ways when it comes to herbal stuff and things of that nature. It's funny. Thank you for all of the ones that support me, that when you hear people say things, you throw my name out in other people's chats about herbs and all this and stuff like that. And it's funny because I've been on here for a minute talking about herbs. Like, that's for a while, that's all I talked about was herbal remedies, what it does, how it heals you, and all this and stuff. And people that claim that they watch me or whatever or still say, I don't know what to do about this, and this. And it's like, are you kidding? You know. But people like what they like who they like, and that's cool because my tribe of family. So I'm not mad about that, but just don't pee on me and tell me it's raining. I know the difference, okay? Don't do it. Don't try to insult my intelligence. You may need to back up everything and restore to factory reset. I'm gonna have to do something. See, like I said, this right here is the one I'm talking about now. This got most of my stuff on it, and that I go on. It's my desktop. This desktop just ain't it ain't restarting. Like, it'll restart, but it ain't really restarting. It's just what's up, Catherine? So I had to pull you guys as a second device up on my television so that I could see people coming in, because sometimes when I'm doing my thing, I don't get a chance. So that's why I have my other computer up. And then sometimes, remember, the computer kept kicking me out, and I didn't know the StreamYard had kicked me out and everything. So I had to learn how to pull it up on another computer and watch myself. I listen to myself and make sure that I'm still connected with y'all because StreamYard was tripping, and I knew it wasn't me. I knew it wasn't me. Like I said today, I tried to go up there, just to change the conversation because I didn't want to hear about this boy and this other boy, and he intoxicated. Yeah, cause that mother everything, and that he think I look. No matter how the conversation was trying to change, he bust back in because you like my daddy, and I'm like, oh my god, yeah, I don't have the patience. I don't have the patience. I don't like drunks. I don't like drunks. And I can only endure that for a minute. Seriously. And then I gotta be like, peace. Cause my intelligence won't let me do it. It just it just won't let me do it. I'm sorry. Let me see. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm trying to hurry up and get this over with so I can go over it because I got other things to do. I forgot, and then AT&T's coming to look at my internet and everything, and then I'm gonna try to support my bruh JB tonight. So yeah, has she scheduled it? Has she already scheduled the live, Catherine? Because I was trying to hurry up and come on before she came on. So let me say this too, y'all. Let me say this too. I want to say to people who are grieving, especially if you're a husband or you're a wife and you've lost your significant other and y'all have been married for years, aka like I was, um, and everything, and other people, okay, you are at a vulnerable state. And that's why I said grief has many faces, okay? A lot of time it's the loneliness when you have been married for a while and your spouse, God takes your spouse home. It's the loneliness because you're so used to companionship. You're so used to a person being there. You're so used to hugs and sweet talks and, just somebody to listen, somebody to care. You're used to that and you're open. Okay. This is ministry talking now. You're open. Okay. Your emotions is all over the place. You still miss that person, but it's easy for the enemy to slip somebody in to pseudo fake fill that position. I'm gonna tell you a story real quick. Me too. I'm gonna tell you a story real quick. Yeah, see, this keeps dropping. It keeps dropping my connection. It keeps dropping the connection to the Wi-Fi. Um, anyway, let me tell you a story. Tell you a story. And I don't mind if y'all tell this story, that's why I'm telling it. Um, my auntie, one of my aunties, passed away. She had been married to her husband for years. I'm gonna say about 30, 35 years. And she had cancer. She ended up with cancer. The first time it looked like she was beating it. Okay. She went back to the doctor and it was a more aggressive. So she was preparing herself. And they had been together since she was 13. Okay, that's how long they had been together. They was each other's first love. They got together when she was 13, he was 15. They got married when she was 18. Okay, so they had been together all these years, kids, everything. And I watched him watch her. One day, me and my mom went over there, and she was like, "Come on up." No, he was like, "She's upstairs." So we went upstairs. She's like, "Hey," she hugged us and all that. She's like, "I'm just up here cleaning up or whatever." And she whispered, she says, "He's still in the hallway." Like that, she says, "He's still in the hallway." And I said, "Yes, ma'am." She said, "Ugh." She said, "Why don't you go downstairs?" I said, "You a trip." She said, "He just be in the hallway and he be in the hallway and he just be lingering around and everything." And I said, "He's sitting on the step now with his head in his hands." She said, "See, like that." So I knew he wasn't taking the fact that at any moment she could go up out of here. He wasn't taking it well. Okay. Anyway, she did pass away, and everything. And within, I want to say, a month, he started dating. He went somewhere and met this young girl. Listen to what I'm saying. He met this young girl. He moved the young girl in his house. Before he passed away, my auntie and him agreed on him buying this brand new truck. Oh my God, that truck was bad. It was all bad, man. He bought this brand new truck. They had a house that was paid for, sitting on a certain amount of acres. I mean, the house was bad. You come in the driveway, then this guy. Anyway, you go to the back from the driveway. It's a it's it was just bad. Okay, I did a video on that house actually, but it was all that, and the way that they had it set up, like they had a patio, but you walk up the patio steps, you own the lanai. They built the lanai. It had a grill on it. It had a picnic table. You can walk around the pool because the pool set in the middle of. When I tell you they had a gazebo over it, everything. When I tell you that whole property and house my auntie and uncle did was bad. When she died, he started dating this young girl, moved this young girl in his house. He had retired from his job. He had my auntie's whatever was left from, paying her funeral and whatever she didn't give her kids. He had the rest of it. So he's sitting on money. Okay? He's sitting on money. This young girl and his kids was like, they was trying to love their daddy because they didn't know what he was going through. They know they was, grieving because their mama was gone. And this young girl was running in and out this house. They was hitting the road and all this and stuff, and he was getting some sex, and she was turning his world upside down and just filling this void and telling him things that he probably ain't heard in a long time. And he's ripping and running. He's back in clubs, and oh man, he back in clubs and all this and stuff. Got this nice looking girl on his arm, and yeah, look at me and all this and stuff. And I was the one that said, what's wrong with him? Why is he doing this? My auntie ain't been dead 2 months, and he's dating this girl. He's going, you can tell he was running through money. You can just tell he was. Okay. He was going to clubs. That man ain't been no clubs and God knows how long. He's a homebody. He takes care of his property. He takes pride in his grass. He gets on his knees with scissors to make sure his grass is equal. That's how anal he was. All of a sudden now he in clubs. All of a sudden this young girl living with him, rocking this world. He, ripping and running and all this and stuff. Till one day, he decides, I want to have a cookout in my late wife's honor. And I want the family to come over because the family wasn't going over. Like almost every major holiday, it was held at their house. We loved going over there. It was a playground for adults and a playground for kids. Like they had everything. So everybody loved going over there. Okay. And all of a sudden when my auntie died and everything and that young girl moved in, wasn't none of that. None of it. So all of a sudden, now everybody's getting a call. Daddy's having a cookout. He want everybody over and all this and stuff. So he had a conversation with me and my mama because I had questions. And my mama and this auntie were best friends. And it was my daddy's sister. So they were best friends though. They had been best friends. That's how my mama met. Long story. So she said, what happened to you? What's wrong with you? How could you do my boo like that? I said, yeah, because I want to know too, because that was my auntie. And he said, he said, only thing I can tell you, I was grieving. He said, man, that was my girl. It had been my girl since I was 13. He said, and when she left me, I ain't know what to do. He said, she's always the one that kept structure in my life. She the one that don't look right. Put that on, baby. No, don't do it. Baby, we're going to do this. No, this is do the. He said, when she left me, I was like, what do I do now? The kids is grown. What am I supposed to do without my girl? He said, and I lost my mind. He said, grieving, I lost my mind. He said, man, as a young thing, she started feeling a void I had. She started, I'm like, oh, she's interested in me. He said, I know it was for the money. He said, but at the time I didn't care because I missed my girl. He said, I got tired of being by myself. I got tired of just like, what am I supposed to do? He said, and so here she come, man. He said, she, how you doing? Handsome. I guess somebody to talk to. Somebody felt like I was important again. He said, man, and I only thing I can do is ask y'all to forgive me. He said, cause I know I was off. I just couldn't stop myself. It felt good to be wanted again. It felt good to have somebody to talk to, man. It felt good to lay on somebody and just, And when he said it like that, y'all, I cried. I started crying. Seriously, because I'm like, wow. Wow. Now, here's the thing. At the time, I still had my husband. Catch. Okay? So I'm like, I can't understand what you're going through, but I understand love. So I always tell people when you are grieving, you have to watch the motives of people. Okay? Some people come to restore, some people come to take. Some people manipulate you. Some people get in where they fit in. They don't care nothing about you. They want to see what they can get from you. Like your girl. That girl saw my uncle. It's a man who's an older man, got his whole house paid for, everything paid for, money in the bank. You can tell he had money. And she was like, oh, I'm going to slide over here and see what I can find out. And he told her, I just lost my wife. And, oh, that's all she needed. She slid right in where she fit in. Got money. She came up. Let's just say it like that. And guess what happened to him? He lost everything. He lost truck. He had to go back to work. He lost house. Because grief will take you further than you want to go if you are not around sound people. If you don't open up your heart and your mind to listen to sound people that love you enough to help you get over the hurdle that you at, and you start listening to a succubist, and I'm gonna tell you what that is. If you start listening to these people who have an ulterior motive, there are people out here that will tell you what you want to hear, all for their personal gain. What are you getting out of this? You have to love what you had with your spouse. I love what you, and then right now I'm talking about spouses, okay? You got to love what you have had with your spouse enough to protect it. You got to love you enough and the love you had for your spouse to protect your heart. Yes, it hurts to lose anyone you love. Mother, father, child, sister, uncle, auntie, grandparents. It hurts to lose anybody that you've loved. But you can't be so grief-stricken and lonely that you just adapt to anything and anyone. If that's the case, get you some help. Go to counseling. Talk to a pastor. Stop being so open to where anything can come and take you down and manipulate you. And in the famous words of my grandkids, manipulate you. Listen to, this is when you need to listen to sound doctrine. Let me tell you something. I know from which I speak. When I lost, hold on. I'm just going to go ahead and turn this computer off because it's making me mad. When I lost my husband, there it go. When I lost my husband, I had sound people around me. I had people who had my best interest at heart. I had people that's like, we're going to protect you until you can come back and protect yourself. I couldn't focus on nothing but my husband. I had just lost my best friend. Forget that he was my husband. We were each other's best friend. I told y'all the one thing that I had to get used to was not hearing his truck pull up. No matter if I was asleep or not, I heard that truck. And if it was a little late, my body automatically woke up like, okay, he's late. So imagine me not ever hearing that truck again. Just hoping to hear his truck pull up. Or to hear that key hit that lock. Because even if I was asleep, I could hear my husband's keys. And I would go to a deeper sleep. And sometimes he would even come in there and say, I know you just went to sleep. I'm home, baby. So just imagine me not being able to hear that again. Of course, I'm going to be vulnerable. Of course, I'm going to want somebody to comfort what I'm feeling, this void in me. It's a hole. I need comfort. And I'm so grateful that one, I held on to the love that I had for that man. That could no other man sweet talk me into releasing that. No, we got years. Are you kidding me? No, you're not worth it, boo-boo kitty. And then I had women who loved me and was like, we got you. We got you. We got you. You want to cry, cry. You want to yell, yell. We got you. I'm glad I was listening to my kids. Mama, daddy, you know how daddy felt about you. Don't be in her grieving like that. They would cry with me. And like, wait a minute, Mom, I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to surround yourself with people you know love you. And not fall for the okie doke of sweet words from the devil. Because let me tell you something. Okay, baby, let me tell you something. Demons will transform into whatever you want them to transform in. When you are a man or woman of God and you love God, you ain't got to be a preacher, pastor, evangelist. You ain't got to be none of that. All you got to do is giving your life to God and be a child of God. The devil will send something to you to destroy what you have, what your future look like, everything. Just to appease your flesh, just to appease your emotions. Your emotions will betray you. They will make you think you love someone. How you gonna love someone you don't know? You ain't took the time to talk to. You ain't listened to. That's lust. And I had an acronym for lust. Living under Satan's temptations. That's lust. My uncle lost everything. Do you hear me? He was late in his life. He was older than my auntie who passed away. He had retired, had a great pension coming in, was still living off his servants. You know what I'm trying to say. Had been on his job for years. Was the head man on his job. Working for the city. That's good money. The head man too. House paid for. Sitting on acres. He lost everything. Had to go back to work at his age. Move into an apartment. That was the disgrace of the whole situation. That was the disgrace of the whole situation. So what I'm saying, y'all, what I'm saying, and I can't really see anybody because my computer's not working. But what I'm saying, and I'm gonna hurry me get off this subject, I want to say, please, I know it hurts when you grieve. I know it does. Our heart hurts. Your emotions is on fleek. You feel 1 minute you're happy, 1 minute you're sad, 1 minute you angry, 1 minute you're laughing, 1 minute it's just you everywhere. That is when you need real people to speak into your life. That's when you need to allow yourself to contact somebody that that you know got your interest at heart, your best interest at heart. Contact a pastor that you trust. If you got kids, call your kids. Stop allowing people to come in your life that has had a track record, y'all. This girl had a track record, okay? That has a track record of not meaning people no good, but to come in. And let me tell you, hurt people hurt people. It's a lot of people that lives on this thing, on this apparatus, this YouTube thing, and social media. All they do is destroy lives. That's it. Their life is horrible, but you don't know that. Even though they got a track record, their life is horrible, but they want to come to you, and all they want is to make your life horrible. I call them spiritual vampires. They just want to suck the life out of you. That's how they live, by getting over on other people. So I wanted to say this. There was in the biblical days, there was a thing called two demons, okay? Incubus and succubus. Incubus is the male demon, and it attaches itself to women, but it attacks women also, okay? And it's a seducing demon. Succubus is the female version, and it attaches itself to males. Same thing. It's a seducing demon. Okay? They're supernatural entities, they're demons, and they come straight from the pits of hell. And what they do is they become everything that you want. Everything you want, they become. They speak sweet nothings in your ear. They can ship shape. They do all the things. The succubus, she's a woman. She's very beautiful. She becomes what you want. If you say, I like my women to be understanding in the listening ear, all of a sudden, the succubus, I understand. Go ahead, I'm listening. And you just get to talking and you just say things. And you like, I miss just being able to touch my wife. I just miss what we used to do sexually. All of a sudden now, she's willing to do whatever it takes to help you get off, to help you come, to help you reach your peak. Now y'all talking sweet nothings to each other. She's becoming everything that you want, and you can't believe it. Oh, so soon after my wife died, oh, I found somebody that just like her. Oh my goodness, she's everything I could ever want. You a fool. And right now, grieving has got you becoming a fool. That girl became everything my uncle wanted her to be. Everything. He wouldn't listen to his kids. No matter how many times my cousins then was like, Daddy, she's trying to take you for what you got, man. She's making a fool out of you. Don't do this. Don't bring her, no. He just wouldn't listen. All he knew is how she made him feel. Your emotions will betray you. Oh, child. That's all I can say. Your emotions will betray you. So I will say it like this: stand on the love that you had with your husband, with your wife. Stand on that. Let the love in the memories that you all have. I know, Catherine. I know. Let the love that you and your spouse had get you through these hard times. Take up journaling. Even if you don't want to write, type it on the computer and save it. Get into some things for widows and widowers. Look at the pictures. Sometimes you don't cry enough. Get some of them tears out. It's okay. It's okay. Just don't be a fool. Don't be a fool. It's nothing worse from a young fool than an old fool. Protect what you and your spouse had. Protect it. Protect your integrity. Protect your money. Protect your heart. If you really want another spouse or you whatever, ask God to heal you and bring you someone. Some of y'all are really connecting with the devil. Some of y'all really, I'm afraid for you. I'm really afraid for you. Prophetically, I can tell you, it it's a demon. Right. And that's what's needed. Right. He does. Well, he's dead now. He passed away last year. But yeah, he apologized and you could tell he grieved. Like not grieving just for his wife, but the fact that he lost everything that they had worked for. Everything. Cuz my wife, Lord. My auntie was the manager over what was that store? Not Lane Branch. It was some store. She was like the buyer for all the stores and stuff. She made good money. And then she also on the side was a caterer. Uh and honey, when I tell you, even the catering business, honey, brung in so much money. She's also the one that helped me fine tune my stuff when it comes to food and different things. She taught me her recipes. And when I started using them, okay, you know. So when I tell you they had money, they had money. They had munchy. That property alone was just bonkers, and it was paid for. Every upgrade that they did, paid for. He ain't have a bill in the world except for that truck. Truck got tore up. End up having to get another car. End up having to pay for that. They ran through the money, credit cards, all this and stuff. And he was in these clubs with her every time, about 4 times a week, and all this. And oh man, in these clubs trying to keep up with this young girl, and all this and stuff. End up losing the house, and then they try to lie. Let me tell you something. What you can't do is lie to me. I'm too intelligent. Too intelligent. Do I know everything? No, but I do know I got family members that are realtors. Okay, I got friends who are realtors, and one of them said, "Hey, Coco," I said, "What's up? Ain't this your family's property?" I'm like, "Send me their address." All right, sent me their address. I already knew the address, but just to make sure, I typed it in my computer. Boom, there's the picture. I called this person back. I said, "Yeah, what's up with the property? You know it's going in foreclosure. You lying to me?" He said, "Nah, it's actually going into foreclosure." I told my husband, I said, "You know the house?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Why is it going into foreclosure?" So I contacts my cousin, okay, that's his mom and daddy's house. I said, "Hey, cuz." He said, "Yeah." I said, "What's up with the house?" He said, "What house?" I said, "Your daddy and my auntie's house." He said, "Nothing." I said, "I was just told that it's going into foreclosure." He said, "Nah, house ain't going into now. Hold on." If Joe Schmo had told me that, I would have believed my cousin. You hear me? I would have said, okay, and been done with it. He said, nah, house ain't going into foreclosure, cuz. I would know. I said, you sure? He said, yeah. I'm like, he's now daddy moving though, but it ain't going into foreclosure. I said, oh, okay. I said, oh, okay. I just wanted to see, if something was going on. But if you say no, he said, no. I said, okay. I knew he was lying to me because it was an embarrassment. That's what it was. It was an embarrassment that was the family house, paid for everything. Your daddy done tricked it off, done tricked the money off. He done lost the house. He done lost his car. He got to go back to work. Now he got to move in an apartment. That's an embarrassment. And I get that. So to save him some dignity, I didn't push no further. But you can't tell me that 4 realtors, 4, 2 being family, 2 being friends, 4 realtors and 4 different companies gonna tell me a lie? Come on now. Come on, bruh. So like I said, he did apologize to us. He apologized to me, my mama, the family. He apologized to everybody because he said he just lost his mind. He said, I did. He said, I was grieving so much, I lost my man. All I knew is I just needed somebody. I needed somebody to fill that void. So anyway, y'all, that's all I wanted to say about that, y'all. Don't let grief turn you into regretting. See, I can't stand this. I don't know. I'm gonna have to give me another phone, y'all. This phone has been charging now over an hour, and it's only on 37%. And it's a brand new charger, and it's just now at 37%. It's like all electronics go down at the same time. Have you ever noticed that? Like, you'll be having problems with your laptop, and then your phone does stuff, and you like all electronics go down at the same time. It's weird to me. So, but y'all, if y'all know anybody who is grieving, especially the loss of a spouse, please let them know that they need some counseling and don't find comfort in the arms of another person. Not just yet. There are certain levels you go through when you're grieving, certain levels. And grief has it has no time. It's no certain time that you grieve. Some people grieve for years, and it can take on different forms, different aspects. Uh, so yeah, and I'm just hoping something that I heard on YouTube ain't correct. When I feel something in the pit of my stomach, it means something bad's gonna happen. And I've been trying to shake this for a minute because I've heard this from a couple of people. And I had offered my, yeah, let me tell you something. When I see something in people, sometimes I offer my ear and offer my expertise. First of all, by me being a minister, that already puts me in the counseling position. By me being a pastor, that solidifies the counselor in me. By me being a therapist, aka I went to school for this and got a degree, that tops it. So a lot of times, you know, I'll say, if you need somebody to talk to, let me know. Because I understand. I understand grieving for a child. I understand grieving for a spouse. Those are 2 things I got on lock. I understand grieving for a father, a parent, my parent, my father. Um, I do understand all of those. So a lot of times when I see people going through like that, I offer my, first my condolences. And then I say, you're going to get to a point you're going to want to talk to somebody. And it makes a difference who you talk to. A lot of people got opinions and a lot of people got their motives. And then some of us want to see you better. You just got to discern which one is which because they all sound alike. They all sound alike. Like when the devil comes, if he came in any different way than an angel of light, the Bible tells you that he come as an angel of light. If he came any different way, you would be able to spot him. Why do you think you can't? Why do you think it's very important to have discernment? Because the angel transforms himself. I mean, the devil transformed himself into an angel of light. So that means we all sound alike. Many voices have gone out. The Bible speaks. Many voices have gone out in the land. They all sound alike. You got to pick. You got to ask God for discernment to know which one is which. Some of y'all are making so many detrimental decisions you may not make it back from. I'm just keeping it 100. You may not make it back from this. This may be the thing that takes you down until Christ comes. Whether he comes for all or just for you. This is not the age or the time in life to keep making irresponsible decisions. This is not, if you look at what's going on in the world, you can tell it's not the same world. Everything is changing. Even money's changing. And that lets you know where we at. It's trying to be one world currency and one world dominating leader. The Bible speaks of that. So you can keep thinking everything is the same as it was. It's not. Now, you don't have to listen to me. I ain't nobody. I don't care if you do or not. But one thing you won't be able to do when time comes, you won't be able to say, well, God, nobody told me. Because he going to pull up this slide right here and say, well, on this day, my pleasingly plump daughter told you. You're responsible for what you hear. And that's why I do understand a lot of times why a lot of people don't sit up under me, because you are very, I know what I talk about. I talk about real stuff and I talk about spiritual things that you would not be able to lie about at all. You are accountable for what you hear. And I'm accountable for what I say. What's up, D-Ham? Okay. That's why I watch what I say. And everybody be like, you can just, See, some of us are called, a few are called. I mean, many are called, but a few are chosen. I'm chosen. It's a difference. Called can say and do and won't get a lick of whooping. Okay, because they called. They won't get a lick of whooping. What do you call to? That's the thing. But chosen. Okay, give me 15 more minutes, sissy. I promise. Give me 15 more minutes. I was trying to come on before you did. Okay, give me 15 more minutes. But chosen, we get whooped with many stripes. God can tell us, get up, go to the kitchen, and put that cup in the drain. And we'll sit 2 minutes too long, and he'll whoop us. I will go in there and we'll move the cup to the counter instead of the drain. He'll whoop us. The chosen is his. We are like the special forces. Okay. You got regular army people and Navy people and stuff. Then you got the special forces, the ones that come in and handle the most hardest job, the impossible job. They'll get the special forces. Okay. That's what the chosen is. When you are chosen, you know you chosen. It means God sent you here for a purpose. When I tell people I'm a living angel, they get mad at that. I know who I am. I know who I am. And that's why I tell people, be careful how you treat me. Because I'm one of them. Seriously. That's why I have to be careful how I treat people. See how that works? Because God requires more of me. Too much is given, much is required. He requires more of me than he do other people. That's why favor is on my life. I tell you, I used to tell my husband, baby, exercise your favor. Not only because I'm your wife do you have favor, but I got favor on my life. When my husband realized that, who? That man started walking in favor. Doors started opening for him. Things became much easier. See, when you are a godly wife, I don't mean you just walk around in long dresses all day and all that. No, you speak life into your spouse. My husband had a hard job. He had to deal with jealousy. He had to deal with people trying to, make more than him when he was more qualified. Baby, yes, I spoke like I was a wife, not a knife. So I can't help it but to come on here and feel sorry for those who have lost their spouse like myself, but feel like they need to find something in the arms of another woman or man when they not ready. You ain't begun to grieve yet. Come on now. Let me tell you another story. I can't drop my link, boo. I'm sorry. But I will read what you type. Let me tell you another story real quick. Samson and Delilah. His parents try to tell him, Samson's parents try to tell him what woman he did not need. Okay, I'm paraphrasing this story. Go back and read it. They kept telling him, no, don't mess with them women because they're this, and this. And what did Samson do? Went straight for the women that he didn't need. He ended up with Delilah. Delilah was a plant from the op. She worked for the op. She was for the highest bidder. Does that sound like some women on YouTube? They for the highest bidder. You got the most money, they with you. She looked good. She did all the things. She tantalized all the things. She made his manhood rise. You feel me? Samson was special. And the woman who saw he was special, he wasn't interested in. He fell for the one that had the smooth voice. Look good. And no matter how many times she tricked him, and he knew she tricked him, he was a willing trickster. He was willing because he wanted what he wanted. And she tickled his flesh. I told you, your emotions will trick you. She tickled his fancy, honey. And she said, why do you keep lying to me? I just want to know where your strength lies. But you keep lying to me. You don't love me. Finally, he laid his head in her lap and told her, okay, I'm going to tell you. After all them times she had tricked him, he laid his head in her lap, the enemy's lap, because she was soothing and rubbing him. And he said, if a blade was to touch my hair and cut off my locks, I have no more strength. She goes back once again and tell the enemy. And what happened? He gets up out of her lap and tries to shake his head one night, and his locks is no longer there. And the enemy came in and overtook him finally. He lost his strength, his dignity. He was embarrassed. Not all the time do you have to endure hard things to learn. You can learn from other people. And I'm sitting here telling y'all, as somebody who lost their spouse to death, that grief is hard. I'm not going to minimize it because you used to that body laying next to you. You used to see this person come in your kitchen, your bathroom. Y'all used to talking, taking trips, riding together, going to the grocery store. You used to just being you. Two had became one. So when you lose that person like that, it's like losing you. And so that sets you up for the okey doke. And sets you up for somebody come in, hey baby. You don't think I had men to tell me, I can come over and just keep you company. If you let me, I could love you like your late husband. Oh, come on, Coco. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Oh, baby girl, you don't need to be by yourself. Hey, that man was lucky. I used to watch y'all. I used to watch you. And I said, man, if I ever got that chance, man, I'm gonna be over with old girl, So won't you let me take you? Now, mind you, I'm 2 months out from burying my husband, cremating my husband. And baby girl, come on, take a ride with me. Come on over. I'll cook you dinner. Let me take you out to dinner. You don't need to be by yourself. If you need somebody to talk to, baby, I'm here for you. Not calling me baby. See, come on, Coco. Tell it. Not calling me baby. You gotta hear. You gotta discern. That's why I said I understand. You gotta understand this. There will be many people, and this is for everybody. Okay, this is for everybody that has had a loss. That's what I said earlier. Okay, this is for everybody that had a loss. I'm going to repeat myself once again. There is many voices that sound the same. There are many people that will offer themselves. You got to discern which voice is the right voice. There is some people that will offer themselves to you to be a listening ear because they have a motive. There is some people that will offer themselves to you so they can destroy you. Then there are some people that will offer their ear to you that really wants to see you better. We all sound the same. Which one you gonna believe? That's why discernment is key. I am so open and honest. I'm too open and honest. I'm straight up no chaser. What you see is what you get. I don't know what else I can say. What you see is what you get. And there's a couple of people on YouTube that I really want to see better. And I have offered me, little me, to help them get over whatever hump that they're at or wherever they're stuck at. There's a whole lot of people that talk to me behind the scenes and they'll tell you straight up, Coco, Creole, whichever one y'all want to call me, Libra, I ain't heard nothing that I've told her on YouTube because I don't operate like that. I have integrity. Plus, I'm a counselor. Plus, I'm a pastor. I don't play with that. I do not play with that. Many people do. I don't. I don't. If I tell you I care about you, I do. If I tell you I'm here for you, I am. Shoot, me and Charlie talk. Ain't nothing been out here. And Charlie ain't gonna lie for me. I ain't said nothing. And I done told her things. She ain't said nothing. I trust Charlie. TC HBC queen. HBCU queen. I told y'all, that's my big sister. If I ever need to say something, I can call TC. Hey, TC. What's up, sis? Blah, 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 blah. I was going through a battle. I told y'all, when my husband passed away, a day after he died, they closed my bank account. I don't know who called them, but they closed my account with my money in it as well as my late husband's. I went a whole year. Do y'all hear me? I went a whole year. No money. Baby, I can tell you some stories. When I be saying stuff, people be acting like I'm coming for them. No, I'm talking about me and other people that I know. If it hits, it's hitting for a reason. God is trying to say, look what I did for her. Look what I did for them. Am I not the same God? Baby, I went a whole year. Let me tell you what happened. 4 months in with no mucho dinero, and when I tell you YouTube didn't send me nothing, I got no cash out. I got no nothing from nobody, and people knew my situation. I felt like this: if you knew that I don't have no money, I just lost my husband. They closed my account. I'm fighting for that. My attorney sent them a letter, a legal letter telling them to release my funds. That daggone bank people told, because I ain't gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell y'all one day what bank it was. I told y'all before, but that bank told them, in other words, make us. Do you hear me? Make us. They got way more money than me. My attorney knew what I just went through, so he was doing that pro bono. Because trust me, for him to fight that bank, it was going to be $500 an hour. But God gave me favor. He said, "Nah, I got this." Let me tell you how God will work. Somebody called me and said, "Are you okay? I got your number from your cousin. I heard what happened to your husband. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I'm just finding out. Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine. You know, I'm grieving, but no, I'm talking about you got a bill that's due. Come on, God." I said, "I got several bills that's due." I said, "My son is trying to do what he can, and my kids is trying to do what they can, but it's not their responsibility." I said, "I hate going through that, and I got money that I can't even get to." I sent my son to the store the day after my husband died to get some groceries, and Kroger denied it because they had already cut his card off. And it's my card too. We both got our name on the card. People are mean. Do you hear me? Okay, let me hurry up so my sissy can go live. People mean. Okay, so hold on. So this person said, "You got any bills due?" I said, "Yeah, I got several." You know, I went through all that. "Okay, well, which one's due now?" I said, "Well, my electric bill is due like in 4 days. You know, I think." I said, "I have to look. It don't matter. How much is it?" I said, "Well, because it's 2 months behind, it's actually 3 something. I'm going to cash app you." "What's your cash app?" Y'all heard me, right? Ding! I looked down, cash app, pay your electric bill, and then let me know when the next one's due. So I'm crying now, and I'm thanking God. I'm like, "God, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you." Okay, so yeah, I do that. I don't care what y'all think. Talk about me. I worship God. So I pays it. Okay. Phone rings again. I'm like, "Hey, I just wanted to pray with you." I said, "Okay, thank you. I need all of that, honey." And then, hold on. My church took up a collection for you. When can your son or you come and get the money? Oh, I'm crying. Ah! So, okay. Gets that, buys groceries, pay a little bit more. My son said, "Mama, Daddy bought you that car," and I refused to let it go back. He said, "My job did this, and with my next check, we paid that car off." Okay, so I cried again. Okay, but hold on. I called the car lot and I said, "I'm gonna be behind in my payment." I said, "I just lost my husband." "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that." "The guy that came in, yeah, he's so nice." "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that." I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna be behind. They took my money. I don't know when I'm gonna get it." And blah blah blah. I said, "He took me off my job, so I'm not getting no money." And blah blah. You know what that man told me? "Don't even worry about it. You just let us know when you're ready." Say what now? No, I put on her, "Don't worry about your car being repoed. Don't worry about no late fees and all of that. I'm gonna hold it for you. My name is on this. You ain't gotta worry about no calls at all." Favor. Cause I serve God. Come on now. Favor. I cried. Okay? Cried about that. Told my son. My son told me what happened. Paid my car off. Got the paper and everything. And when I say that man made sure my car didn't get repoed, he made sure. I'm driving it now. Quit playing with me. When I tell y'all something, I'm not telling you because I'm coming at you. I'm telling you my testimonies, what I've been through, what I stand on. Stop. I don't like people that wear their emotions on their shoulders. It's hard for people to help you when you do that. Ask me how I know. Okay, I get the call. Okay, it's 5 months now. My husband's been gone. I get a call from my cousin. Hey, cuz, can you take me to the grocery store? Yeah, I'll pay you and I'll buy you some groceries too. I'm going to fill your tank up and I'll buy you some groceries. Once I dropped her back off, after she took me to Kroger. She went to Kroger, got her groceries, filled my tank up, came back home. She called me back. She said, hey, cuz, I don't know if you can benefit from this, but call this number right here. Because they helping people with their mortgage. I called the number. Hold on. Now, everybody told me they had to be God because when you call this number, nobody gets straight in. You either going to hear an answer machine or they'll tell you what to do. When I called that number, the lady said, hello, this is such and such and such a. I said, hi. I said, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I said, I'm a widow now for 5 months. And I said, I'm renting to own. I said, so my stuff is behind. I said, I'm actually 4 months behind because they closed down my account. She said, all I need to know is who do your mortgage or your rent go to since you're renting to own. She said, who does it go to? She said, here's a date. Can you come in on this date? Yes. Can you come in and bring the deceased papers from your spouse, that your spouse is deceased? Yes. Do you have proof of your social security card and your license or ID? Yes. If somebody else is living in the house, can you bring their information? Yes. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Y'all, I goes in. This woman said, first of all, I'm sorry for your loss. I said, thank you. She said, second of all, do you need any food? I said, well, I just went grocery shopping. She said, you didn't hear me. Do you need any food? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, okay, here you go. I kind of felt that, sissy. She said, here you go. Why did I get, they had some food there, but then I got a whole nother payment thing to go and buy me some food. So because I can grocery shop, baby, you ain't, honey, used to take my late husband say, y'all ain't seen nobody grocery shopping like my wife. I don't know how she do it, but she can break some meals down, baby. Honey, who? Anyway, let me get to my story so my sister can go live, okay? When she got done submitting my information and everything, she said, here, stand right here. Baby, why did they pay not only the 4 months that I was behind, 4 months, then she also paid for additional 7 months. So for 4 plus 7, I ain't have to come out of my pocket to pay where I lived at. Now, I could have told my cousin when she was trying to, girl, I don't want to call, because you know what? Pride will keep you from being blessed. Pride will keep you from being blessed. And a lot of times when our pride is so high, God be trying to tear pride down. We don't get it. We like, God, why are you letting this happen to me? Because he wants that pride to go. Pride is a sin. And I always say a haughty spirit before a fall. Pride is a sin. It took me right on around. And then that's when the bank contacted me and was like, have you got your money yet? Even the person we buying this house from, he was like, don't worry about it. We'll work it out later. Don't even worry about it. I want you to focus on everything else you got to do. You don't owe me nothing until everything comes out for you. And then I'll work something out with you. Don't worry about it. It's still your house. When I tell you God don't play about his people, oh, I'm sorry, y'all, but every time I think about it, it reignites my faith, and it reignites that I'm on the right side. And I be trying, y'all, to encourage people. And I know people deal with messed up people, so they think everybody's out to get them, or everybody's a trickster, or everybody want. No, not everybody. That's why you need discernment, boo boo kitty. That's why you need discernment. Because until you really get discernment, you're gonna miss out on a blessing that God's. I know I'm a blessing to people. I know I am. I keep telling you I'm God's favorite daughter. That ain't just a saying, that's the truth. If God sent me into your life, it's for a reason. If God sends me into your life, it's to bless you in one way or the other. It's to speak into your life so things can shift shape for you. It's to love on you. Okay? That's it. That's all. So I just wanted to say that and encourage you if you're still grieving. If you're still grieving. One thing that my kids told me, Mama, don't grieve daddy like that. And what they was telling me, and they broke it down and said, Daddy wouldn't want you to sit here and be crying all day, every day about him. That's not what he wanted for you, and you know that. So if you love Daddy, like you said, and we know you did, don't do that. Don't do that. Make him proud. Even when it came to my daddy, I had never lost a parent before, and I'm a daddy's girl. When it came to him, everything fell on me. I didn't know how to act because I saw my daddy leaving. Spiritually, I saw my daddy dying before he died. And I couldn't get to him. Don't y'all think it bothered me? It was our anniversary. And I told my husband, we gotta go see my father. I called him. I could not get to him. Kentucky was, locked down because we have so many activities around Derby time and stuff. I could not get to him. Every time I'm trying to cross over to get to him, it was blocked out, blocked out, blocked out. So my husband said, what do you want to do? I said, well, I'll wait and I'll go see him Monday. Well, Monday I started a brand new job, okay, making great money. Started a brand new job, okay? And I got a call from a cousin who's dead now. Called me and said, where you at? I said, on the expressway. What's up? He said, I need you to pull over. I said, don't do it. Just tell me what's up. He said, pull over. I said, I need just go on and tell me what's wrong. He said, they just found your daddy dead. I'm hearing this driving on the expressway. I start saying, you lying. You lying. I'm crying, hollering, you lying. Still driving. I get off at my exit. I remember sitting at the exit, cars going around me. And I'm like, no. So I head back up the other way, getting back on the exit. Forget the job. Headed to my daddy's house. Nope, I don't believe it. I don't believe it, you lying. Nope, I don't believe it. To get over there. When I pull up, everybody's looking at me. And his neighbor say, you must be Coco. You Henry's daughter. I am so sorry. When he said that, I collapsed. I see my daddy dying. I was trying to get to him in the spirit. I see my daddy dying. I'm like, my daddy's going to leave me. I need to get to him. Same thing with my uncle, who was like a daddy to me. I had a dream about him leaving. See, some people play. I don't play about my gift. When God showed me something, I stand on it. That's why a lot of people don't get close to me, because he'll give me insight inside of your life. A whole lot of people I see inside your life anyway. I just don't care to talk about it. I'm not a novice in this. I'm true to this. Anyway, we are let me say it's it's a hard process. It really is, D-Ham. It's not meant to be easy, boo. And I get it. And that's why I try to love on people. Love covers a multitude of sins and fault, okay? And it brings us, to it brings us where we need to be. But it is very hard, and I don't claim to know everything, y'all. I just share my experiences with you guys. Like I said, God has graced me to be able to help people. Like I said, I'm a minister, I'm a teacher, I'm an apostle, I'm a pastor. I got documents on all of this. I'm a prophet and I'm a counselor. In the natural, I'm a counselor. So I'm equipped to do what I do. So a lot of times when I do things, it's to help people. But I'm not a rapist. I'm just like God. I'm not a rapist. I ain't gonna throw myself off on anybody. I offer and that's it. When people offer to help me, I grabbed a hold to it because baby, I couldn't do it by myself. I'm so serious. I couldn't do it by myself. I needed love. True love. I needed understanding. I needed an ear. I needed somebody to talk to. Because walking around with all that misery and grief and all that inside of you, that's not good. Because it oozes out. And it oozes out in ways you don't want it to ooze out. So when people that I trusted, that earned my trust, when they said, we here for you. When you need somebody to talk to, or when you need somebody, if you just want to sit on the phone and just scream, if you want to sit on the phone and just cry, I got you. And think I didn't. I remember one time I just sit on the phone with these people. They was just talking. I was just crying. But I needed that because I needed my life to still be normal in a sense, but I needed to release too. And I will never, ever, 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 ever forget these women. Ever. I'll never forget this man that was there for me, that just wanted to be there for me and not screw me. See, that was the difference. That I could talk to and be like, today's not a good day for me. It's not. It's just not a good day. I needed people that would say, call me. And all they would say is, you know what? You're going to be all right. You got this. Anything I can do? All right, but before we hang up, let me pray for you. I needed that. You can't do it all by yourself. Okay, let me go. Charlie's Girl, come on, y'all. I'm commissioned to love. Okay. Y'all, thank y'all. Thank y'all for listening to this crazy woman over here. Again, I appreciate you guys. You know I love you. I don't mean no harm. Sometimes tough love is appropriate for the time. Some of y'all used to bubblegum love and y'all used to, false love, pseudo love, which is, you used to people just telling you what you want to hear to make you feel good. And it feels so good. Sometimes you need tough love. And I did. It was one person. Let me give him his props. Let me say this. My mind 300. I would give him this. He called me and said, let me tell you something. Don't you ever sit over there and need to talk to somebody. And I'm here for you. And you know this. You know my life. I know your life. We've been through this. I'm here. This ain't going to take you down. This is just a moment. If you got to feel what you feel it. But don't sit over and make yourself sick. Now that was tough love. Do you hear me? That was tough love. And I couldn't do nothing but cry. He's like, you gonna be all right? Don't y'all know there was times that he would sit on the phone while I slept? Come on now. 300, I'm sorry. I'm giving you your props. Usually you make me sick, but I'm giving you your props. Don't y'all know there was times he was like, have you been to sleep? And I'm like, not really. He's like, okay, so when you going? I'm like, I'm gonna go in a minute. He's like, all right. He's like, I'm gonna sit here. And he'd be watching TV and everything. And he would not hang up till he heard that I was asleep. When I was asleep, he would hang up. I can't overlook that. That man was there for me with that. Seriously, he would actually hold the phone until he knew I was asleep. And then he would hang up. That's love. I don't care what you say. That's why I said certain people that was there for me during those harder times of my life, y'all don't see them really drop down in my chat, but they still in my life. So I would always have a spot for him for that because he didn't have to do that for me. I'm gonna say this, to him. I understand. I do. I understand. But you have to. And her love, when I say this, okay, her agape love, okay, when I say this, you have to make up your mind what's more important. Do you stay broken? Okay, you already know that your family's not going to deal with you for whatever reason. I'm not getting into that because I don't know. So I'm talking from an outsider, okay? For whatever reason, it's just not there. You don't have the support of your family, okay? A lot of us don't, all right? And even when you need them most, because your mom was your heart, okay? Even when you need them most, they not there, okay? That's reality. So you do have a choice. Your choices are you could stay how you are and stay where you are, or you could use it as a stepping stone and say, okay, God, they not there for me, but I'm going to take who can be and who is and get the love that they're giving me and the understanding that they're giving me and the shoulders that they want to give me and heal this brokenness that I have because I don't like being broke. I don't want to stay broke. It's too much that God you want me to do. It's too much that you're offering me in life. And while I'm here, I'm going to make sure that my mom is proud of me. She gonna be in heaven looking down and say, that's my baby. Yes, get up, go get it, do this, do that. Yes, come on. I'm not gonna grieve her. I'm not gonna worry about what I can't change. Yes, I wish she was her. She's not in the flesh, but she is looking down on me and I'm living off her prayers. So now I'm pissed. Now I'm ready. I'm gonna heal this brokenness and we're gonna go get the thing. We're gonna go do what we gotta do because I want her to continue to be proud of me. That, you got one or two ways you can do this. It's gonna always hurt that she's no longer on this side. Trust me. I told you I'm a daddy's girl. Some days I wish I could pick up the phone and hear him go, "Hey, my black China doll." You know, I wish I could. But my daddy is one of the things, is one of the reasons why. When you go to MLM, multi-level management, they ask you, what is your why? You should at least have three whys. And I live off of that. What is my why? I have many whys now, but the one why is because I'm going to stand on the next. Because I don't care what they think. They never thought nothing good about me. Talking about some family members never thought nothing good about me. So y'all not my motivators, but my daddy is. And why my daddy and my children and me, because I'm my own motivator, motivates me to do what I need to do, as well as my late husband. I'm gonna stand on your neck. Every time I succeed, I'm standing on your neck. You gotta look up to me. So that's all I'm gonna say. I mean, it's really DM up to you, babes. It's up to you whether you you know, accept the help that God sends you. It may not be the help that you want, but we have to trust God. We have to trust God. We can't trust God. We can't receive from God if we don't trust God. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Right, right. So, only thing I'm gonna say to you, I'm gonna re-say this, okay? Because I said I wasn't gonna say it, but I'm gonna re-say this to you. If you want to talk, I'm available. Seriously. If you want to ear, if you don't want me to say nothing, you just want to say whatever, I'm listening. Not on here, but you know how to get in touch with me. I'm listening. Because I don't want you the same spot next year. I don't. Not emotionally, not mentally. I don't want you the same spot next year. I want you to be at a spot to where you go, dang, dang, 7 months ago, I was such it. Now I'm this, and yeah. And if I could be any part of rebuilding, you got to open up, not to everybody, but you got to open up because you carrying all this around and stuff, it's not helping. You staying stagnated. I dare you to put a cup of water on the desk and just let it keep sitting there. Just let it keep sitting there. One day you're going to come in, you're going to say, what is that that stink? It's going to be stagnation. That's what happens internally. That's what happens emotionally. That's what happens mentally. When we get stuck, we begin to stink because it starts to fester. It starts to just turn. You got to learn how to let somebody in. You got to. And not just know anybody. You need somebody that can be whatever. And even if it ain't me, let me say this. Even if it ain't me, okay? Just whoever you talk to, trust them. Now, I said me because I don't have no ulterior motive one way or the other. I just want you better. It's in me. And I'm equipped to do both things. I'm equipped to counsel. I'm equipped to minister. I'm equipped to listen. All the things. That's why I say all the things. Okay. But it's up to you. It's up to you. You got to get to a point to where you start talking to people. Now, hope God can. Okay. I got to be obedient. You do have to be careful, though, to him, because a lot of women want your attention. And a lot of women will be that Delilah to your Samson. They only want to hear from you so they'll know what makes you tick. So they can feel like, they got a hat and ring where you're concerned. So it's up to you. You got to be careful with that, because a lot of women, you're going to attract a lot, okay? A lot of women's going to be around you, but you got to see why. Because not all things are good things. I said that about my vlog mother. I'm going to say that and let me get out of here. I said it about Fab Babe. I said Fab Babe is a personality to where she draws people to her. Men, women. And just as many men that want to screw her is just that many women that want to screw her. Let's keep it real. A lot of them women that be over there, they want to have sex with this woman. And they'll swear up and down they're not gay, but they are very much attracted to her. And the thing about it is, once before she spoke on that. And I'm like, okay, she sees it. A lot of times, when I tell people, I said, I can't just sleep around with men because I'm addicted. That's not she tooting her own. No, that's the truth. And men, when with things like that, when it comes to men, it's always a thing to where possessiveness, they become obsessive and possessive. And it becomes a thing like, I'm going to kill you if I can't have you. It's that type of thing. When you know that's that's what you bring out of people, that's a spirit, you got to watch that. And so I would not put myself in that predicament. That's why I said the next man that I sleep with, I have to be married to. I'm not going, no. I'm very much addictive. I create stalkers, and that's the truth. I'm not proud of that. I actually don't like it. I pray against it, but I do. I create stalkers. I even have to watch even speaking to some men, because that thing will kick in and they'll be like, oh, So I'm telling you to him, protect yourself. I wish I could really prophesy to you, because I see a lot and I know what God said, but I can't. So I just praise for you and I go on, but be careful. Be very careful, because it's one right now. If you do let your guard down, it'll be the worst thing you ever did in your life. Anyway. Seriously. And I hate getting deep like that, y'all. I really do. I hate getting deep like that, but I just got to be honest and I got to be who I am, So yeah, I don't know how y'all been doing it all along. I'm a wife. I'm sorry. I'm a wife. God will bless me eventually, So you get it? Okay. You get it. Okay. All right. Yeah. So, like I said, I'm here. In case I'm here. You can drop an NDA. You can drop an NDA, you know what I'm saying? Where, Creole, you say this, that, and the other. I'm going to play my commercial and then we out of here, y'all. Love y'all.
Yeah. It's go time. Dr.Creole, Libra butterfly in the building, y'all. Welcome to the Egg Roll Challenge. Yeah. Judges on deck, JB and the D-Ham show through that. Let's get that flavor poppin', let's go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sizzle in the kitchen, got that vibe so right. We rollin' egg rolls from the morning to the night. Butterfly wings bring the spice and the soul. Dr.Creole in command, she's in control. Everybody stepping up, showing all that skill. Golden on the outside, flavor that kills. Judges lean in, they know what's real. One bite, that's love you can feel. Roll it up, roll it up, roll it tight, roll it tight. Aero magic, we taking flight, taking flight. Leave a butterfly, got that light, Creole love with that southern bite. Baby in the zone, taste buds lit, damn show 3 more, can't quit. Roll it up, yeah we cooking live, Aero challenge, that flavor vibe. Sauce on the side, that drip too clean, crunch when it hit, that's a foodie dream. Shrimp, beef, veggie, sweet or hot, everybody think they got the best shot. Dr.Creole smile, she know who bringing heat. Leave a butterfly style, oh you can't compete. It's more than food, it's a celebration. Love in the kitchen, so vibrate. Roll it up, roll it up, roll it right. Flip it once, now seal it tight, In a fry, watch it shine. Golden brown, now it's taste test time. Judges take a bite, whoa that crunch. Whole room vibing, why they mine? Flavor so bold, the crowd go wild. Egg roll challenge got that style. Roll it up, roll it tight. Egg roll magic, we taking flight. JB and D-Ham 3, know we live, leave a butterfly, that hosting vibe. Creole spice, we feel that flame. Egg roll challenge, remember the name. Roll it up, yeah we cooking live. From the 3-1 down to the butterfly vibe.